But what do you have to lose by being yourself, your authentic self? What do you have to lose? Nothing but jerks and a-holes that shouldn't have been there anyway. This is Let's Talk Raw with Brooklyn, and what you're about to watch is what this channel is truly about. Oh, thank you, baby. Be authentic to who you are, and don't waste years and time like I did. You know, I was able to tell Cal, you know, back when I was 18, that, hey, there's some things that aren't quite right. Every now and then I just start crying, or scream, or, you know, I have fears that aren't normal, and I won't leave the house sometimes. You know, something just told me I had to tell him. You guys have got to watch Modern Love on Prime. So there's different stories, like Anne Hathaway's. Well, there's two stories that really put shed light on mental illness. So Anne Hathaway's is bipolar, which I relate to. Hers is way more extreme than mine, but I mean, it is television. I've never stayed in bed for days at a time. I'm more manic, so I'm more like doing stuff and hyper, if you can't tell. So even though I'm on a medication that like keeps me more steady, I still have, you know, some manic stuff. So it's not where I just like sleep all day or anything. Anyway, but it's amazing. You know, our story kind of, she was too afraid to tell that she was bipolar, and she lost a man that she thought was the one. And, you know, I thought about the fact that, you know, I told Cal a couple weeks in, maybe even less, that I knew something wasn't quite right. I didn't know yet what my diagnosis was, but I knew something wasn't quite right. And I told him, you know, they thought I had ADD, or, you know, sometimes I had trouble sleeping, and, you know, if that's going to be a problem, you might want to date somebody else. Just, I guess my point is being transparent and open and telling the truth can open up a whole world that you might not have you not told the truth and been vulnerable. And it makes me really sad for people that can't do that, and that, you know, live in this bubble or live a lie or pretend there's something that they're not. And I've done that before too. And sometimes, you know, I have to play along on days that are harder for me. You know, I still have to pick up my kids, or I still have to, you know, do things. Obviously, you know, some days are harder than others, but I'm able to process it because I'm able to, one, be honest, like on this platform, or, you know, process it. I have been approached to do Basketball Wives, and when I'm able to release the full interview, I will. But I can't do that because I don't know if it's going to go through. But I do know that my past is going to be dug up if this happens or follows through, and I'm okay with that. And why I'm okay with that is because how far I've come. Part of my journey was sexual abuse, unfortunately. So watch your children, because people that you trust will turn on you when you turn your back if you're a parent. So I'm very protective of my kids. But it, I think, had a lot to do with my depression and my feelings of unworthiness. But there's definitely still a chemical imbalance. You know what I mean? There's definitely still something that was off, because I had drank and I did all sorts of things and nothing really stuck until the pill Percocet came into my life after having a baby for the first time. And that's when I was like, oh, I could do life on this. And so that was the beginning of my journey with opiates, dope, whatever you call it. And, you know, that lasted. So, I mean, it was an 18-year journey off and on, but on it was, you know, somewhere between 8 and 12. I don't know. I had 2 years sober, 3 years sober, 1 year sober, 6 months sober, 3 months sober, 2 months sober. So it's hard to really calculate. But I know for sure it's between 8 and 12, like, for positive. But it was later in life for me that it got so bad that I could control it, or that it was so freaking obvious. And unfortunately, it turned to heroin. Oh my goodness! Yeah, I know. I don't like that stuff either. I know it's terrible. It's terrible what happened, Mom. I I know. Can we switch him, you guys? This is going to be a really, really real video because I don't think I'm going to do much editing because it's such a real moment right now. When I watched Modern Love, it just really opened up my eyes to... I'm so sorry, you guys. Give me a second. I'm just having trouble finding it. Come here. There you go. Where was I? I don't know, it's hard for a bunch of things, but mainly what is so important, if I can reach anybody, and then why basketball-wise have reached out to me. You know, my husband retired 15 years ago, but he's still very much involved with the NBA. To the end of the video, I'll post some pictures of what he's doing now with inner city schools, and post some flyers and things that he's still involved very much with the Atlanta Hawks, and still can't go anywhere in Atlanta without being recognized or asked who he is or if he is Cal Bowler. So, you know, it's still part of our lives. The money isn't still there. If anybody wondered, we're not rich anymore, but we're not, you know, poor by any means. We're comfortable in the sense that we were stupid, but I was stupid. You know, 8 treatment centers is a lot of money, and shopping without a cause and without reason. A lot of storage units that probably were, what do you call it, foreclosed. And what are those, like, those shows they do now with the storage wars, right? Yeah, I probably have like 5 of those. I got off track, and I do that. That's part of who I am, by the way. There's a moth and a squirrel. Sorry. So I watched Modern Love on Prime, and I had just a mini little breakdown, and it just was so sad to me. I mean, I was like yelling at the TV, just tell him, give it a chance. Tell him you suffer from depression. Who knows? Maybe his mom did or his sister did, or maybe he's a total dick, and you just move on from that. You know, I mean, like, what do you have to lose by being yourself, your authentic self? What do you have to lose? Nothing but jerks and a-holes that shouldn't have been there anyway. You know, and I've had a lot of those in my life, but I also know who my real people are. The ones that stick around and know my faults and my flaws, because we all have them, dude. Like, you don't have a mental illness to be flawed. What I'm talking about is being your authentic self, even when, you know, whatever you look like or whatever you feel like, just owning it. And the ones who love you will stick around, and the ones who are selfish, superficial, and freaking ridiculous and won't see you for who you are, why do you want them in your life anyway? So I guess my message to today's video is obviously, don't waste years and time like I did. You know, I'm so lucky and blessed that I was able to tell Cal, you know, back when I was 18, but I haven't been able to do that with everybody. You know, and some people don't need to know everything about you, but people that you think are going to be in your life for a bit, or, you know, for me, my advocacy for mental illness has gone further. So I obviously post it publicly, and I want people to, and I encourage people to email me and to talk to me about what they're going through. I've had so many emails of people that don't. One woman, beautiful soul, I can tell she's from Britain. She's been married for almost 20 years, has anxiety attacks, and literally hides in her bathroom. Her husband doesn't know. He works so much. He doesn't know. The children just think, that the children just think she's crazy. I have totally told her kids love her, and if she would just come out and say it, you know, it's so much. The children know so much today with social media and whatnot. Anyway, she sat her 2 sons down and told them, and they loved on her more. I haven't heard if she's told her husband yet, but I haven't heard from her in a while. But you know, I've gotten emails like that, and I'm like, gosh, living your life in that way without that authenticity. I guess the ending to this video is very much like the beginning. Authenticity, transparency, being open. It's okay if things aren't the same as yesterday or they're different tomorrow, but there's always going to be that one thing that is going to keep you grounded, and that's you. And that's whatever your beliefs are, you know, whether it's the Lord or whatever it is that can keep you healthy and open and just accept yourself is absolutely what is going to save you and ultimately save others as they see you grow. And I'm so excited for those who stuck around to the end of this video. And I hope that you contact me at Brooklin at gmail. I'm so sorry. This is real life. Brooklin at gmail. I gotta go. He's fussy. At Brooklin at gmail.com. It'll be below. Okay. There we go. Brooklin at gmail.com. You can always contact me. I love hearing from you. I'm grateful for you. And you are worthy and you're amazing. And if you stuck around for this video, thank you. It just sort of came out of nowhere, so I'm going to do very little editing and just sort of keep it super duper real. He's super duper unhappy right now. So we are signing out. Please subscribe, hit that like button, even tap that bell. He's serious. He means it. Bye.